Hello guys, welcome back to another Rainbow video. Today we're going to be going over some cars that might be going off sale in the next update. Without further ado, let's get to it. So, with this car here, this is a Land Rover Defender. It's gone off sale in the game with Jaguar. And I've got this Land Rover right here and one Jaguar. I would not have had a Jaguar if I didn't just get it for some reason, but I have it. I have no idea why I got this thing. I think it's for some role play, but I mean I have it, and I just decided not to sell it because it was kind of fast. But I have it. But without further ado, let's just start with the first car, the 2022 Viking Blitz Twin Trim. This is a cursed car. When I mean cursed, I mean cursed. There's air scoops, spoiler. It's like fully electric, and when you reverse, it does this. And it's like the reverse is kind of really fast, but then the drive is, the speed up isn't that fast. The acceleration isn't that fast, but I mean, you can't really do much about it. But with our next car, we're gonna be doing the 2022 Sumo Rockies Wilderness. There's a lot of other trims with this that look cool, but this is a specific trim I got. This car is kind of a little Easter egg on it. So it looks normal. It's an old car. I remember when this car came out. Actually, it came out like 2 years ago or something. Fully real. It's got some roof racks up here with these yellow trims. It's got these cool hexagon lights that actually light up when you turn on the lights. It's got these daylights. And yeah, the attention to detail is really good on this for being an old car. But that's this car. It's pretty fast. It's not as fast as the Blix, but it's also not that slow, but the Blix is pretty fast. The next car is a 2022 Overland Apache L. This is a Jeep Grand Cherokee. I don't really think Jeep's gonna go on sale. I've just had this in my inventory for so long, and I also did a roleplay with it too. It's a pretty good car. It's a rare car in Greenville, because have you ever actually seen anybody drive this? So like, it's still in the game. Crap. Crap, dude. Cannot drive. But this is a nice car. It's big. It's kind of like, I want to say it's suburban big. It actually is suburban big. This is a massive car. Like it can barely fit in this drive-through. Like it's a perfect fit in the drive-through of this house. Like, it looks like it isn't gonna fit. It barely, like, you just got barely some room to probably open the back if you're gonna be like fully back in. Like, it's also, these driveways are pretty short too. So like, yeah, but this car is like suburban or Escalade big. So it's a nice car though. I mean, it takes up the whole lane. It probably takes up a whole parking spot too. Why can I not drive? Like, what am I doing? Like, dude. Let's see. Yeah, basically. Well, also, it's okay with filling up the, yeah, it kind of takes up the whole thing, like a normal car, but it fills it up pretty good. I mean, to me, that's pretty good. You gotta park a little over, like that. Or not that far. Like that, so you can open the back fully. But yeah, that's this car. Now we got the 2022 Giga G3. There's only one. There's actually a few. This is the X Cyan edition. It's not cyan, I know, but I got it in Y because it looks better. It's got the. I have no idea what these things are called. I forgot. I don't know on the top of my mind, but it's got these things. A dual exhaust or whatever. You can hear pop, but it doesn't. You gotta big, nice big spoiler. It's actually not that slow compared to some of the other cars in the game. Just jump that, but I jumped that one too. It's got a nice big sunroof, four-seater, and it's Chinese too. This is a Chinese car. It's got daylights that are then replaced with indicators, and then you got no fogs, reverse lights, and that's not a brake light. I have no idea what that is, but that's the Giga. Then we got the Viking Gint Electroid. This is the best version you could get of it. This is a nice car. It's not like the others. These are kind of like the third wheel of Volvos and the Vikings, and then there's like the Stockholm, and so then like two other cars. But these are like the third wheels. But they're also not that bad either. Like this is, well, it's not as fast as the Gant. Like this is a really nice car. It's newer and it's better. Like it's a little better. It gives hybrid vibes because it looks like you can have a gas engine in this. No fog. I mean, no fog lights. Got some lights right there. That's what it looks all around. It's got a big sunroof. That's a massive sunroof. And yeah, that's the Viking Gant for you. This is Electroid. It's got those nice big rims, and then we got the 2020 Narva Swylander. Nissan might not go off sale. If it does, I gotta get more. But this is the Nissan Rogue in real life. Some of y'all's moms probably have this car. I mean, it really depends on who you are. This is a quiet car though for being a gas. It's got reverse right brake lights, reverse lights, high beams, everything you could ask for. And massive fog lights. So, and this little, and there's the fog lights. Nothing down here. And there's this little dot. That took 5 tries to turn off, not like actually 3 to turn off those hazards, but fully updated model. It's pretty nice. It might not go off sale, but just in case, it's a nice car. It's got a big sunroof too. And check out the Mizushima Suzuki Cross. I gotta get the Suzuki. Well, I want to get in this car, get this Pontiac Aztec vibes just because of this window. It kind of looks like a stub to me. Like, I don't think it looks like a real Mitsubishi. I haven't seen this car in real life yet. Big tail lights and no fogs. Cause this is the bottom says it all. In the sort of the windows and the styling, it says it all. It says it all. Auto's all new. It looks like they updated the lights a little bit. Not much. Just the old light model. 2018 Falcon Impact. That's the next car we got. That's a big time jump. Okay, next we got this. This. Oh, you got brake lights down here. We got brake lights down here. That's pretty nice. And then we got nothing that. Why is there not a? When I first got this car, there's high beams. This is looks like this is electric too, but it's not. This is a gas. When I got this car, I thought fog lights were gonna be right there. Really, there's not. And then there's like nothing here. And there's no sunroof. Well, this also makes up for it because this is an old car and it's a Ford. There's a license plate light though. You got that, and you got a reverse light down there, which kind of makes up for it. But as this being an old car and kind of more of a budget car, I can see that. And then you got like this nice big antenna. But as it's kind of being a budget car, I could really see it. But it's got the rear wheel package on it. I got the rear wheel package on it. Some trims probably got a sunroof, but this trim didn't. But yeah, I've had this in my inventory for a million years too. It's not as old as some of the other cars, but it's old. Next, we got the 2016 Viking Torsola wagon, also known as Volvo V60. I've had this car for a long time too. This thing not only sounds amazing, it looks amazing too. I did everything on this, like the license plate, the color, and the rims. And without it having fogs, there's this, which is kind of automatic, like daylights, and then there's for hazards. There's that. There's no high beams on it, which I could care less about. Reverse lights, me looking like that. So this is such an underrated car. This car's like 160 miles per hour or something like that. And there's also a sunroof in it too. And there's stuff right there, so yeah, Volvo V60 for you. Then this is the Viking Tours Landa wagon. I mean, wrong car. There's a sedan. There's a sedan version. I didn't get the fast version of it. I got the cross version or whatever. I think the cross version looks way better. I don't know why the back is so raised though. Like, why is it so high? Like, I did not edit this, and it's like high. Like, this is high off the ground. It's floating too. It's floating. Do all Greenville cars float? I know in some games cars float. I thought in Greenville they don't, but I don't know. Doesn't also have as these things, doesn't have high beams, has indicators right there. Kind of the same car, just not as big of lights. I mean, it's pretty fast. This is definitely a nicer version of the fast version, the direct. But they're both nice. I just think this version looks way better. So that's my opinion. The next car on, we got the 2015 Stuttgart Van 63. This is a sport version. You gotta hear the startup. Here. So yeah, it sounds really good. And with it sounding really good, it comes with, it pops. It pops. I don't know if y'all heard that or not, but it pops. You can probably hear it right there. You can hear it a little bit. It pops, and then when I'm driving in sport, it kind of pops too. No flames though, no flames. It pops, so it pops. Turn this down so you can hear me. But yeah, it definitely pops. Definitely pops. This is a sport version, so of course it's gonna pop. It's nice. I'm just gonna stay at the dealership for home the rest of these because there's light here. Yeah, there's a nice big sunroof. It's a big sunroof. It's engine. What these things? Hood caps. It's cool. There's for the indicators. There's this cool line. Man. This cool thing, cool design. There's it has the. Man, it has these white. I'm stuttering, man. It has the lights down at the bottom, like the Volvo, because I think that's what the thing back then was. Those. Then it has the cool design right here. Then we got the dots, and then if we go in reverse, we got those. That's it. We got that, and yeah, it's basically this car. Then I forgot the normal version. Just the normal Stuttgart Vans. So it's gonna look the same, so I'm not gonna do all the light stuff again. It does sound fast, it still sounds speedy. You can still hear the speed on it. So it still does have a nice little startup, which is good. I don't think it pops. No, this isn't a pop because this is more of the family version, but it slightly pops. Still got the engine things, whatever. I forgot what they're called, so I'm just gonna call them engine things. There's two badges. Just got two badges. And a badge in the back. It's weird. I think these are more common now. I don't know if they just added them one time, but it's more common. See, license plate lights or whatever. Play bay lights. I don't know what they're called. I know I said Navarro's Nissan's probably not gonna go off sale up here, but this is just the Nissan Leaf. I gotta get more. I know. This is just the Nissan Leaf. This is such a weird car. It's got a. Last time I did this, I think I took the video off of watching, but last time I did this video or did the video, I showed that there was a guy right here. You can still kind of see it. It kind of looks like there's a guy here. I don't know if anyone's actually noticed that, but it does look like there's a dude here. I don't know what this background is, but it does look like there's a dude here. And there's one here too. It looks like there's a guy standing on the rock, like flexing or something. I don't know. Then there's like a lot of things to this car. There's like big long headlights. A camera, which is really weird because a lot of cars don't have cameras. And then if someone knows what this thing is, just tell me because I have no idea what this is. It's so confusing. I don't know though. I don't know. And then there's grams, and then there's like this. I guess is where you put the charging cable in. There's that. And yeah, that's basically all the Easter eggs in this car, and then there's those on the bottom. But that's basically this car. I'm not gonna go into detail in it a lot because I just showed a lot about it. But basically, this is what it looks like. And of course, it's gonna sound like a rocket for some reason. Next, we got the 2014 Stuttgart Capstan. I tried to get all the SUVs if Mercedes does go off sale. And I tried to get all the kind of rarer one. Like you're not gonna see this all the time. You don't even see it in a game. This is like the older one and the cheaper SUV. This is the highest model that you can get. So of course it's gonna go fast. But it's probably gonna be the same as the Vance. So I'm also not gonna go. Yeah, it kind of is the same as the Vance, other than a few minor changes. Like there's different door handles and there's a little bit different roof caps and stuff. It's a little bit different body shape, but other than that, there's not much of a difference between the Vance and the Capstan. I actually got the Nissan Jib. This thing looks beautiful in black. Sounds good too. It goes kind of fast. People say this car's. I like it. People say it's ugly, but I like it. I've done a lot with this car too. It's got this backlight stuff. Nothing here. They should add stuff here. There's no fog lights to this either, so that's basically this car. I gotta speed up because this is about a 20-minute. And then we got 20-minute video. Now we got the 2012 Viking Abundant. Which one is this? This is probably this is a convertible. Of course I have to get the convertible. Like this is a starter. This is one of the starter car choices. This isn't the highest model, I don't think, but for some reason it's a hardtop. Like you can see where you can. I gotta get better lighting for this. Well, I gotta get my phone out. I gotta get my camera out, I guess. But you can kind of see the line of where the hardtop, where you could take the hardtop off and kind of have a convertible. But in the game, no, that's not what happens. They take like the whole back window off. See, like they just take the whole thing off. They take the whole back window off. Like just watch this. The whole back window just comes off. Like it just disappears. Like in the real world, I don't think this car is probably a convertible. There's probably a trim or two. I don't think the whole back window freaking like disappears. Then you got like a nice little back seat. When you turn this car on and off, I have to drop. That was a horn that scared the living crap out of me. Somehow I thought this thing, um, this thing will turn off and on it. This thing will shut up or it would turn off and on or something. Like I forgot. I don't know. The screen will turn on or and off. I think it didn't for some reason. That's weird. But then yeah, you got a nice little interior. It it doesn't show much actually because this is an older model. But it's pretty nice. I mean, you got a back seat. I mean, like, what else could you kind of ask for? It's from an old Greenville car. And now we got the Viking Compact 2009. This is a weird. I got this in such a weird trim. It sounds good at least, but it's brown. It's like a brown trim because I painted the car brown. But when you say brown trim, I actually mean brown trim. Like if I went to go change the color, I'm definitely not changing it to green. This is ugly color. But there's a brown trim around this, so I wanted it to match. So obviously I painted it brown. It could have go with some other colors, but it just looks better in this brown. I will probably get another trim or two of it. But yeah, now we got the 2019 Viking Gothenburg. This car is so underlooked. I could see why, but it's actually not that bad of a car. Like, it's old and all, and it's cheap. The cheap makes it. This goes 140 miles per hour. Like, this car is so underrated, and people just hate it. Like, I don't know why people hate it. I don't think this is even the top trim. But it looks. I mean, it's probably not the best it looks. I can agree with that. It's not the best overall, though. I still gotta get the two SUVs. I know. I'll show you. No, I gotta get like 3 or 4 more cars with Volvos. I just got all the cheap ones over with because the cheap ones over with because I know that those are gonna be the easiest to get, so I just got those over with. I really should have done it another way. But like this car, it does go pretty fast. It's pretty speedy. I don't know why people hate it though. And then there's the 2009 Mitsubishi Hunter. This is also a very underlooked car. Just hear the startup on this, man. It sounds beautiful. Like I say, this is grandma's car right here, and it sounds like that. Like, I can agree. The rev doesn't sound good, alright? But that's beside the point. I think this thing could probably rip, too. Let me check. That's my red line. I should probably turn that off. That's annoying. Let me turn off my red line real quick. Red line. Red line too. I just want that on semi. It doesn't have. I thought it had a good launch. It's my fault. But that's this car. It's actually kind of pretty fast, and it's really cheap. It's got a teeny little sunroof. Little thing right here. I gotta get the Yari. That's such a good car. But it's an old car, so there's not much to say about it. It's got that. No brights, because this is an old car. And all, but yeah, that's the Hunter for you. When I saw it, I didn't think it was much, but when you get it, it's a lot. I don't know a lot about Ford either. I did do another one, but I really don't know. This is just a really cool one. Y'all probably didn't even know this probably existed. I did. This is a 2009 Falcon Eagle. Limited Woody edition. It was never limited. You can still get it. Okay, y'all probably don't even like the wood, but this is actually looks pretty sick in the game. This looks epic. Like, you got 2 sunroofs. Like, dude, you got 2 sunroofs with this, and it's old too. There's no automatic lights on this. This is how old it is. Like, this car is so underlooked. nice it looks. Like, why is this car so overlooked? That's that car, and then there's the Navara Star. I really gotta speed this up, man. This is a good car too. I don't know if Nissan's probably gonna go off sale. I keep saying that, but it's got that big bricky spoiler, this big bricky back, and this big front. And this is a sick car. That was my fault, man, because I can't drive. But I did edit this out. I've had this car for so long. And yeah. Next we got the Navara Adventure. I've probably said a lot about this car too. It's got the 3 sunroofs. This is the only Nissan minivan. This is old too. Really old car. It's seen a lot more now these days. But it used to not be seen at all. But since you can see a lot of other videos on this, or not a lot, but people are starting to show a lot about this, so you can see, but I'm not going to go much into detail because I really got to speed up. I've still got, like, at least 20. This car is not going to go off sale, probably. The trim probably is, but it probably not. This is a 2008 Idea 12 I'm not going to go over. 2008 Elgin Horizon. I'm not going to go over this car either. But y'all can just look at it because I really got to speed up. And then there's the I want to show this car, right? Like, I think there's not much to say because it's just of that. But that's that car, and then I'm not gonna. There's a million videos about this car too. How fast it freaking goes, and like this car is actually cursed too. It can, like, sometimes it'll just freaking crash out, and sometimes it'll just not. Like this thing can go 48 miles per hour in reverse. I'm not gonna go over this. Sumo Woodland, so I've got to go over this. This is the new one. This is still in the game. This is an old SUV. Yeah, it's still in the game. It might go off sale. It looks nice. I really like it. There's a lot of other trims that look good on this, but I just got this because I just got it because it was cool. This is XT trim. Then there's a Falcon Scavenger. This is an Easter egg. The back window will break. It won't do it for me for some reason. It just did. All right. But yeah, the back window will break. I don't know. It's just a little Easter. It's cheap too. This is a Falcon Scavenger. There's another guy made a video about this. He said it was a Wanderer. It's this Scavenger. There's 2 trims on this. Both of them are very cheap, and it's a little Easter egg, and it's old too. This is an old car. That's really all I really wanted to go over about this car because it was just such a cool trim. I mean, it's such a cool thing. It's old though, so there's not much to go over. And then there's there's this thing. I should probably go over later. I might make actually a whole video off of this thing because of how cursed it is. Because of how it looks and how it drives and how it just works, like functions. But I'm just gonna go over a little bit. That's basically this car. It's a little wagon trim. There's also a sedan trim. Yeah, but then there's the Navara Summit. This is the oldest, one of the oldest Navaras you can get. It's pretty cool. You got the big plastered logo in the back. Looks cool. All right. I know people have been going over this car a bit too. It's like, this is really like the only Volvo you should get and stuff. It's really not. You should get a lot more Volvos. But look, like, so there's light wipers. Like light wipers. You know, there's that. I just planted it gray and lowered it. I still gotta edit it a little more. There's a spoiler. This is the drift trim actually. This is the good trim. In the R. That's what you want. This is the good trim of it. It's pretty nice. It's not as old as some of the other Volvos, but some of that's new. This is if you really want a nice car, I would get this in the same trim. 1997 Viking Torsada wagon. It's the same thing as those up there as these. or these. There's even a newer version, but there's those, and then there's like the older versions too. I don't want to say it's as good as the wagon, but this car has some potential too. It has a nice spoiler, brake lights, yeah, like brake lights actually everywhere. But that's this car. It's still got the light wipers too. This is the basic color. This is not factory color and not factory rims. It actually is factory rims. This is the Mazda Miata. It's called like the Mizuku Laguna. This is this like. This is the there's no hard top. This is only convertible, which is kind of better. Man, the Mazda Miata. Such a good car. This is a legendary car. It's like so beautiful. Oh man, just the videos and memes about this car. Inside, this is an old car too. Old car. This steering wheel spins all the way around. Yeah, but that's basically this. That's basically that. The Mazda Laguna. And then there's the 1972 Falcon Pony. This is the last car we're going to be going over. I will be doing an inventory look over. That's probably going to be an hour long because I'm going over every car. Probably not every, because a lot of them are fillers. There's one sad thing I had to do about this video. I had to sell my Duran off-road SUV that was like $60,000. I'm not gonna make that money anytime soon, probably. Well, I have the chance, just get it because it's a really underrated car. This car is also an Easter egg too. If y'all didn't know, it's hard to set it off, but you have to have a car like back into you and hit you in the back, and it'll explode. But it's not working for me because you have to have a car hit you in the back. This car is an Easter egg too, but yeah, it'll explode. But this is the end of the video. And this car is just really gonna be a rare car, but there's one problem with it. It's gonna have you have to have the classic trim, and I think with the Mizuku Laguna too, and I think probably you have to have the luxury trim for the Viking Compact, and these you have to have the sport trim and the luxury trim you have to have the sport trim for this. You'll have to have the luxury trim for the Ghent. You have to have the sport. I don't think this sport trim probably. I don't know. This is probably you have to have this pass. It's probably passless, no pass. I don't know. Either the sport trim. Here you only need. Then here you're gonna need the luxury pass. And this you have to have the classic pass. But basically, this is the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I know it was a little long, and yeah. See you in the next video. See ya.